Hi, how are you doing? Hope everything's great. Well, I'm titling this video The Queen Won. The Queen Won. Queen Camilla has secured her place as not only queen, but also king in Proxy. And so she is now the head of the royal family. This woman is so skilled in deceit, and what she gets what she wants. And she wanted to be in the royal family, she wanted to be with the king, she got that, and now she is basically head of the royal family. She won, and the people in Britain don't even know that she won. Here are her victims: Kate, the wife of William, King in waiting, and King Charles, a doddering old king around 76, but, pretty nonchalant, doesn't really take much seriously, easily upset, and uses Camilla as his crutch, his stabilizer, his confidant. And now she is his ruler. Good going, Camilla. So I'm going to tell you this tale as I see it. First, Kate goes into the hospital under the bogus claim she has abdominal surgery and never comes out. We don't see her go in. We don't know how she went in. Did she walk in, or was she carried in? She has this bogus abdominal surgery. She says she needs 14 days to recover. Then we're told it has to be a total of 75 days. And now it's even longer, but they don't want to give an end date. We see her parents now walking around as if they're in mourning. They're dressed in total black. Black. Mother's wearing black hat, black jewelry, black clothing. Same as the father's, all in black. And they both look very depressed, very solemn. And I've never seen anybody go to a hospital or to a nursing spot where their child is recovering dressed in mourning clothes. Have you ever seen this? I've never seen it. So I'm thinking they are mourning because Kate is dying, definitely dying, or she is already dead. But I have a feeling they may be holding on to her because she is a way in which William can be controlled. So that's what we have so far. The king goes in, tells us he has something wrong with his urine, which is odd. I mean, that's kind of a minor thing. I don't think anyone would have to disclose that to the public. And then later he comes out looking weak. Here he is. He's holding onto the car as he walks. He can't walk out without support. He holds onto the car till he gets to the door, then he holds onto the door, then he slips into the car. And I don't think we've seen him up since that time. And he comes out and he is with his wife Camilla, who has been looking unusually happy since she took over the royal family. She has had a big smile on her face, and she has been doing the royal duties to cover for the king and for William. William says he's taking care of the kids. But aren't the kids in school most of the day? And don't they have nannies and so forth? So maybe he's just protecting the kids. But we don't know. Here's a picture of Camilla when she put on that crown and she is changing British history. So now the king says he has cancer, and although he would tell us that he had something wrong with his penis, he would not tell us what was the cancer diagnosis, which is crazy because you can't go in and ask for a evaluation because of the king's diagnosis unless you know what his diagnosis was, and they don't want to tell us. So nobody knows what the king has wrong with him, but we do know that he has been taking pills. What pills he's taking, no one knows, because no one knows what's wrong with him. But the only person who's in charge of those pills is Camilla. Now the country was worried because the king said he's going to be in isolation, and the country was saying, well, maybe there should be a regency, maybe, well, Camilla would take over anyway because she was made one of the counselors. So even if there is a counselor chosen, the counselor would be Camilla, and she would be in the same spot as today. She would be taking over as king, and she would also be in charge of King Charles. Let me see if I have another here. So whatever they choose to do, it's going to come out pretty much the same. So now they tell the son Harry, hey, your dad has cancer. Harry did what I did when my family members were having health problems, and I was advised. I live about 4,000 miles away from my family members. I jumped on the soonest airplane, and I was there as soon as possible, and I stayed even though there was nothing I could really do. I wanted to show love, support, and offer any advice I could get, make sure that she was surrounded by good people, much like Harry did for the Queen, and he got a lot of criticism for saying that, but then he did it also now for his father. He wants to make sure that his father is okay, he's feeling well. He just wants to lay eyes on him and make sure he's not under the influence of people who may have ulterior motives. So he comes to check on his father, and they're not a close family in general. I mean, the Queen never liked to see her kids. When she would come back from a big trip, she would shake hands with Charles and then turn her back on him. And so Charles never knew how to really love anybody except for Camilla, whom he met when he was 17, and his mother shoved him off to Australia for the summer, where I figure Camilla flew to Australia and was with the king in Australia during that summer. But Camilla was, I believe, the first person that he ever had a real closeness to, as far as more sexual closeness, definitely, with Camilla. So anyway, Harry goes over, checks on his dad. I can hear him saying, Dad, how are you? I'm fine. Do you need anything? No, I'm fine. He looked around. Who's taking care of you? It'd be Camilla. And then Camilla, seeing that Harry's there and not wanting them to really bond or convey any information, Camilla probably yelled out, the plane's here, and she had the guards go pick up the king and toss him on that helicopter and take him off to Sodringham, where he will be isolated. It's out in the country, so no one will be around except for people that Camilla chooses. He will be on pills that will be given to him by Camilla and doctors that she is paying. And her staff, I'm sure, will be taking over that castle to make sure that her orders are carried out completely. And the king was seen driving around that property in a car after he flew off to be there. So now he is isolated at this castle. Camilla is giving him medications, unknown medications, unorthodox medications, surmised, and who knows what he's getting, but I'm sure that whatever he's getting will keep him in good control with Camilla. Now we did see William. He was prodded. They said he had to start doing stuff. He wasn't doing anything. So he did go and take, I think it's called an investiture, where he hands out about 50 medals to people. And it was so sad to see him swaying to and fro. He couldn't even stand up steady. So he also is under some pills. I don't know whether he's using drugs, which he might be getting from Tom Parker Bowles, who had a long drug history and may still be using drugs, who knows. And but something is going on with William. And again, I had told these people, be very, very careful. Don't put anything in your mouth or drink anything or take any flowers or anything that are questionable from Camilla. But anyway, they have, it seems, in some way or another, captured William, as we saw during the investiture when he was unable to remain steady as he was waiting for just a few minutes to hand out those medals. We didn't see the whole, I didn't see the whole thing. You may have seen the whole thing. I didn't see the whole thing. But then it ended. I don't know how steady he was when he finished. And then he had to go to a party that evening for people in aviation. There was a picture of him with Tom Cruise. And I haven't seen much more media responses than that. It is clear that there is a reporter named Tom Bauer who has a deep dislike for Harry and is probably on the Queen's payroll, because during Harry's short stay in England to check on the status of his father, Tom appeared about 15 times on various news stations to say hateful words about Harry visiting his father. And last I heard, he called for the obliteration of the Sussexes. Not of Harry, but of the Sussexes. It's a hard thing for me to say. Sussexes. So, very bizarre. So, the media, who, of course, Harry has been suing, and so they hate Harry, is involved in trying to spread hate about Harry, to make sure he has bad situation with his family, and to make sure that all of his publicity is bad. Meghan stayed at home, as she should have, with her children. This kind of situation is not a place for kids. And Meghan, because she has controversies with the royal family, she did stay home in Montecito, where they were having some flooding from a river of rain that came down over a few days during this same time. But her house was not affected, I'm told. But before that, even there was some strangeness going on, in that they went to the Jamaica, and during the time they were in Jamaica, some people were trying to break into their house. Were these people related to Camilla? Were they trying to do something to their house? Did they do something to their house? We don't know. But that also is a matter of concern. What are they doing to the Sussex family? And I say that also because of Tom Bauer calling for the addition of Meghan and the children to be obliterated. Very, very questionable, scary language. So we hope that Kate is doing well, but it's pretty ridiculous at this point. Who needs 75 days to recover? parents walking around in mourning clothes. I assume that Kate is being held hostage. She will probably be killed if she hasn't been eliminated already. And what will happen in this saga? Netflix, this will be one that you will definitely be interested in. It's quite a royal story. And again, the winner is Queen Camilla, who is now both king and queen of England's royal family. What do you think? Like and subscribe. Bye.